I'm Jeff Fleur, president of the Great Wichita Partnership, and today we celebrate a 40-year history of semiconductor manufacturing in Wichita and in Kansas. We celebrate as Integra takes the next step in realizing their catalytic expansion that will take them well into the next 40 years in our community and state. I'm going to speak into that, right? This is truly, yes. This is truly a transformative project for the Wichita region and state. It is an honor to work alongside Brett and his team as we position Integra, our region and state for economic success. Brett, your commitment along with your teams to this community, to our region and our state is incredible, and we thank you for that. Please join me in welcoming Integra Technologies President, CEO, Brett Robinson. Brett.
Thank you, Jeff, for that kind introduction. On behalf of the hundreds of employee owners of Integra Technologies, we want to thank each of you as our partners. With your hard work and leadership, we are able today to make some exciting announcements about Integra's future. 2 weeks ago, Governor Kelly, Lieutenant Governor Tolan, President Masterson, Speaker Hawkins, and all of the State Finance Council provided the first step by naming Integra the 2023 Apex Company. That bipartisan, unanimous vote to award the state's premier package demonstrates Kansas's support, which is a requirement for a CHIPS Act application. Today, we want to talk about the second essential step, which is local support for Integra's goals and expansion. Before we talk about where, let's talk about the scope of the project. Building on our 40-year history and the country's security needs for back-end semiconductor production, our analysis and projections support that Integra will apply for CHIPS Act funding for an expansion that would create more than 2,500 jobs and more than $2 billion in capital expenditures the first 5 years. A project of this size and scope is a regional project with regional and statewide impact. We are very thankful to have so many partners available to us. A project of this size has multiple components and criteria. We were choosing a site for a 1 million square foot building on approximately 100 acres of land with 20 acres of solar panels plus room for expansion. After extensive analysis, we are pleased to announce that Integra's headquarters and production facility will be located in the city of Bel Aire at the southeast corner of 254 and Rock Road. Mayor Benage, Bel Aire City Council, Ty, and your entire staff, thank you for all your hard work on this complex project. We're also pleased to share what our new headquarters and production facility will look like. In addition, we have a site plan there in the middle, and as you'll see from the site plan, it shows what the new facility will look like in phase 1 of the project. That's the first 5 years. It also shows the future expansion room. The other benefit of this site is all of that future expansion room on the right side, in addition to Integra's 100 acres for our suppliers to build on. As you guys know, Kansas's Apex incentive offer allows us to name 5 suppliers. In addition to that, we have a second site to announce today, and that is the Integra Training Center located at 3718 North Rock Road here at 37th and Rock, the southeast corner of 37th and Rock. We have leased 100,000 square feet on the north end of that building to become this training facility. This facility will also serve as our interim headquarters until we move into the new building. Then we will utilize all of that space as our training center. We are thrilled to have support from WSU Tech to provide that training for us. Our home has always been the Wichita region, and we're happy to continue our legacy within the Wichita city limits with the training center. Mayor Whipple, Wichita City Council, City Manager Bob Layton, and your team, thank you for the ongoing support and work. We wanted to remain in the Wichita region and did an exhaustive search for sites in Sedgwick County. We know the Wichita region has advanced manufacturing expertise combined with the talent, infrastructure, and partnerships to provide the world-class training and collaboration needed to grow and recruit this workforce. Which brings me to Sedgwick County. Chairman Meisner, Commissioners, and Mr. Stoles, thank you for your leadership in discussing how to best support workforce development for Integra and all companies. We're committed to ensuring that we have the best, most robust workforce outreach and training plan. You'll hear from some of the lead partners in a minute, but Sedgwick County's and Bel Aire support would take those efforts to a new level, ensuring diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility to everyone in the region. And my final and most important thank you is to the people of Integra. We work hard every day to live our mission and our values. These great people in Kansas and Silicon Valley are what have led us to this point of this transformative project that is based on their hard work and expertise. With that, I'd like to introduce the Mayor of Bel Aire, Jim Benash.
Well, thank you, Brett, and welcome to Bel Aire. We are excited to have you become a member of our community. It takes all of us working together to make a project of this magnitude come together. While we are honored that Integra will be located in Bel Aire city limits, we are honored to be part of the many players alongside so many others in this room to make this happen. We'll be hearing from Sedgwick County and from City of Wichita, and must recognize that surrounding communities, including those in the K254 Corridor Development Association. So as for Bel Aire, I must take a moment to thank our city manager, Ty Lasher, and our entire team, staff, and governing body. And if the Bel Aire City Council and members would raise your hands so everybody can know who you are, that would be very helpful. Thank you. We've heard that half of success is being in the right place at the right time. What is often lost in that statement is the other half of success. Having the right people, the right talents, doing the right things so that the opportunity arises, we are ready to meet the challenge. This comes together by the grace of God. It is a great honor to be the mayor of such a great team of city staff and governing body. We would not be consideration for this great project without each and every one of these players, and thank you again for your helping over the years prepare for this day. And now back to our regional growth. While Bel Aire is home to the Sunflower Commerce Park, which has 525 employees working for various businesses, these employees come from 21 communities. Only 6% of them live in Bel Aire. If that same ratio holds true for Integra, that means of the 2,000 jobs, and Brett said 2,500, so my math is going to be a little bit off, but that means 1,880 people will be, and these employees will be coming from those 21 other communities. That means a lot of infrastructure to support those jobs. So this project is bigger than Bel Aire. It is a great honor to host a brand new state-of-the-art million-square-foot facility, but this is a regional win. This is a win for the state of Kansas, and this is a win for the United States of America. Integra is the largest outsourced semiconductor assembly and test service provider in the United States, with extensive experience working with unusual materials, flows, and requirements for military, aerospace, and other high-complexity sectors. I've heard it said that economic development is a team sport, and we committed to that team, and everyone has to play together. The Kansas City Chiefs continue to demonstrate this, and but we just made a game-changing play at the end of the first half. We have a whole other half to play, and we will be working with the team to bring this to fruition. So we know that and live in regional every day, as all of our people who live in South Central Kansas. So now I'd like to introduce Pete Meisner, one of our most significant regional partners and chair of the Sedgwick County Commission.
Good afternoon, everybody. Wow, what a turnout. Haven't seen this many people since Cabela's was opened or something like that. Thank you, fellow county commissioners. They've been in a meeting, we've been in a meeting. So David's here, and David Dennis, Commissioner Howe, Manager Tom Stoltz. Oh, there's Sarah Lopez, Commissioner Lopez, and then her two girls. Where are the girls at, Sarah? Okay. And Ryan Beatty is here too. Oh, we have 100% attendance. So anyway, thank you all for being here. I just want to say, I was thrilled originally when when the commitment of this employee-owned company chose to, first of all, stay in this region. So Brett, thanks for staying. And then obviously the win to, so staying here was number one, and then growing this incredible thing is just a celebration that everybody's addressed. And so I hearken back to, I think you all should, you've all had your mom and dad and your grandparents that established our community as a place to build things, manufacture things, talk about World War II. Anyway, it's in our DNA that we know how to gather people together on big challenges, to make things, ship things, get partners with supply chain people together to build things. That's in our DNA. And Brett and his group have taken that from aviation to the diversified with chips and microchips and all the things he does to help our military, to help our satellite, to help our future. Great paying jobs. And it's just a wonderful thing. Yes, are we challenged with training? Sherry's assured me that they'll be able to train, no problem. But I get to serve on the WSU Tech board, and it's been a joy to watch the success of young people that they don't want to just go to school. They want to get a certificate and they want to get a job, and that's what they say. I'm interested in this and I want a job. So it's not just going to school. So Sherry and her team, thank you. And all the others, Jeff, God dang it. I mean, GWP, you guys are just, you're killing it. So thank you. Thank you. So I'll leave with that. And the torch has been passed. So now we're not rescuing the country from World War II. We're going to rescue the world from microchips and the future of that. So thanks for letting me say a few words.
So next I want to introduce Mayor Brandon Whipple of the City of Wichita.
Well, first, Brett, this is a big deal. This is an amazing opportunity here in Wichita. I am just incredibly excited, not only because I know that this started out really as a dream. Back in 2001, the governor and I, we toured Integra just down the street and frankly learned that Integra has been a real player in the chips world for quite a while. In fact, a lot of people don't know that we have chips right now cruising around Mars that were tested right here in Wichita. So as we talk about diversification strategy and what are we going to do to ensure that Wichita remains not just the air capital of the world, but the opportunity capital of the world, what is the next brick on that foundation? And really it's that pivot into technology. And so hats off to our economic development team. I can't tell you how hard these guys work because I would be here too long. So just can we give these guys a round of applause who, frankly took a project that started out as a dream, turned into a goal, and today is a reality. So many things had to fall into place in order for this to come to where we're at today, where now we are experiencing a renaissance within the Wichita region of economic growth and opportunity. I am so thrilled that Integra, they could be anywhere. They could choose to go to either coast, but they know the value of staying here in the Wichita region. They know that we build things better than anyone in any city city or any state in this entire country, and they know that we are here for the long haul. So please know, Brett, that not only are we want to be good stewards of the next generation of folks who will be making chips, but also we're partners. We're here for the long haul with you as well, because when you're successful, when you grow and have these opportunities, frankly, the citizens of Wichita, the citizens of Bel Aire, the citizens within our community have those opportunities as well, and that's what we want to make this Wichita region, a place where people can come and really gain a piece of the American dream, to truly meet their calling, even now that calling is in the tech field. So thank you again, Brett. Thank you to our economic development team. This is an exciting day, and I look forward to continuing that partnership as we frankly, to see these photos become more reality, and as we get people in the places that they need to be so they can help us create these chips. Thank you. And I get to introduce my friend Keith Loyne, President and CEO of Workforce Alliance.
Wow. As this is a big deal, and it's an honor to be here with this group of leaders and to stand with Integra Technologies. As you heard Brett throw out the number 2,500 jobs, the question is, where are we going to get the people? We're going to get the people. I can tell you that. We have a strategic workforce collaborative that we have put in place. There's over 30 community-based organizations, over 25 education and training institutions. We're all going to be leaning into this project in the next few months as we get ready. And there's going to be a variety of career and job opportunities at Integra. Excuse me, from leadership positions. And we'll be working to develop curriculum that's going to lead to industry-recognized credentials, academic degrees, and again, this is going to be, as has already been mentioned, a real team effort. And just very pleased with the vision of Integra to make opportunities available for the people in this community. So you're going to see a lot of access. We're going to focus on diversity and equity in this plan, and we're going to create opportunity. And I know we can do it because we've done this before, and we're going to take it to the next level, and we're going to do it better, and we're going to do it faster. I do want to thank some of our great partners that are going to be part of this. WSU Tech, you're going to hear from Dr. Utash in a minute. We got Dr. Kroll from Butler Community College. Other schools, USD 259. We work a lot with Circle, just up the road, so a variety of schools are going to be involved in this. Also, Goodwill Industries, Urban League, Empower Evergreen, United Way. It's going to be a strong coalition coming together. So, and why we're going to be successful? The jobs, good wages, good benefits. And that's what the job seekers are looking for, and we're going to deliver on that. So it is my great pleasure to be part of this coalition, and even bigger pleasure to introduce my good friend, Dr. Sherry Utash from WSU Tech.
Well, what a great day this is for Wichita, and who would have ever thought when we were dreaming about the future of work during COVID, this is one of the great outcomes of that. This is an incredible thing for our city, it's an incredible thing for our region, and it's a great thing for our state. So on behalf of President Muma and Wichita State University, we at WSU Tech are thrilled to be working alongside Integra Technologies to help cultivate a large semiconductor skilled workforce for the state of Kansas. We know that this is an opportunity for individuals from all walks of life. We've kind of talked about that today. And we know that as we collaborate using forward thinking and dynamic partnerships and job prospects in jobs ranging from an academic completion of GED all the way to PhD, particularly as we engage with our underrepresented populations, that we can create a new exciting workforce for the future of our city and our state. So you think about high schools, we're going to be working collaboratively with our friends at 259. I just said to Wendy, we got a lot of work to do. But we're going to be working with them as we seek high school students to take their first stepping stones towards a career. Those that our adult community that want a career change, that want a new career pathway, those that have associate's degrees now and maybe aspiring to a further degree. Because what happens is this kind of diversification in our city allows lucrative career options that we have not had in Kansas. So we know that at WSU and WSU Tech, we pride ourselves on being nimble and flexible to meet workforce needs. I always say, we are a microcosm of our community, and as business and industry goes, so does WSU Tech, and so that's what we're doing right now as we begin the training with our partners at Integra to build their workforce. We know that we can create education and training opportunities that will propel local talent through creative economic development strategies. And we're not only keeping Kansans' dreams alive, but we're also providing them with tools necessary to become highly paid members of society and taking part in a quality lifestyle within our state. So today, it is my honor to be here in this esteemed group. And I want to thank all the partners that have worked together to make today happen. I really want to thank Governor Kelly and our state and local electeds for their support. And lastly, but certainly not least, I want to thank Brett and your team at Integra for your courage, for your bold vision, and for your investment to strengthen advanced manufacturing in the state of Kansas. We are thrilled to be a partner. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Utash. So in addition to those partners you heard speak today, there are so many here in the room and beyond working to make this a reality. Again, I want to thank the governor, lieutenant governor, the state legislature, the Kansas Board of Regents, and all our higher education partners. Wichita State and NIAR, who will run the R&D center within, that will be contained inside the new facility. Dr. Tomlin and team, thank you. Wichita Regional Chamber, I saw John. John, thank you and your team for your efforts. NAI Martins, Steve, thank you for your support. Scott. GLMV Architecture, Matt Cortez is hanging out in the back of the room. You've done an incredible work helping us with analysis and a great design. We couldn't have done it without you, and appreciate all the years, yes, years, that you have worked with us on this. A couple more specific thank yous. First, the strategic workforce collaboration that Keith and team have put together. He mentioned it. More than 30 community-based organizations and other partners. Thank you. We appreciate this very much. And then the Wichita Public School System. We've always been committed to STEM, and working with our educational partners, we're excited to develop even more of a partnership with you, especially because your Northeast Magnet School is going to be a neighbor. The opportunities are endless, and your support, as well as the other 16 regional school districts, will make a difference for another generation of Integra employee owners. It's truly a community and region coming together to make a transformational change. So wrapping up, as a reminder to the news media and all of our partners, if you want to know more about what Integra Technologies does or how a semiconductor is made, I have a couple of my staff members here today. John Montgomery is our VP of Operations. Greg Unruh is our CFO. They would be happy to walk you through any of the displays or, again, how a semiconductor is made, starting with sand all the way to a fully tested and qualified product. So finally, all of the speakers here today will be available for questions and interviews. Thank you.
So obviously a big announcement for you guys today. A little bit about what this means for the city of Bel Aire, Wichita, Sedgwick County, all of the...
Yeah, it's an exciting opportunity for the region and the state. We're going to create over 2,500 new high-paying jobs in an industry economy for the next several decades.
You know, why stay in this area? I mean, why stay in this area for you guys?
We stay in this area because it's been our home for 40 years, and we know we can be successful here with all the great community partners we have, and the Workforce Alliance, and all of the work that WSU Tech and everyone is putting in. We know we can be successful here, and again, it's been our home for 40 years.
Talk a little bit, obviously, the big takeaway is the development of the actual factory, but you also mentioned the training center. That aspect of this, bringing that in to kind of help with the work.
Okay. Sure. So yes, we did sign a 100,000 square foot lease for a training facility that we will bring online as the new facility is being brought up. So that way we can start training employees while the building is being built. So once the building is done, we're ready to go to work. We're going to keep that training facility online and operational to keep the trainees near WSU Tech.
And do you see that as the easiest and most viable way to develop the workforce that you're going to need? Because you have a long history of obviously aerospace manufacturing in this area, but your manufacturing level is probably similar, so there's probably key differences that you probably have to in your own program.
Sure. So yes, our training is a little different, but we have always done our own training. We have 40 years of designing and developing training material for these jobs, and we're just thrilled that WSU Tech has agreed to come and take that over for us and expand their offerings, as well as offering semiconductor-related associate's degrees, and at the WSU University itself, increasing the semiconductor curriculum.
Is there a timeline on breaking ground and next steps for this?
Sure. So we expect a letter of intent to be filed next week with Washington, D.C. Commerce. That will start a 30-day clock in which we'll be able to apply for our CHIPS funding in 30 days. We expect a decision summer, maybe late summer, and we will start right after that decision.
Your office has probably been in contact with Senator Marshall, Senator Ryan, and Representative Estes when it comes to CHIPS Act. Have they given you all any indication of kind of how that process will go and kind of the likelihood of this happening?
I didn't get your last part.
And have they given you any sort of indication of the likelihood of you guys, of your bid being accepted for CHIPS Act money?
So we have been in discussions with all three offices. They're all very supportive, but of course it's a process, and they are not giving us any indication. They can't give us any indication, but they're all supportive.
So why Bel Aire? Why was it being located where it is?
Located where it is. It is a beautiful site that allows for not just this first initial 1 million square feet, but all of the future expansion that we're expecting, as well as plenty of room for our suppliers. And we have several suppliers talking to us about co-locating today.
What happens if you don't get the CHIPS funding?
So there's no commercially viable way to do this without CHIPS funding.
So are you applying for incentives from the county and Bel Aire?
So there is a requirement for CHIPS funding, just like there was a requirement for state support. You do have to have local support. So there's a group of folks putting together a support package with the county and the city.
The city and the county.
Yes.
What about the city, Wichita? Are they also
So today, no, we are discussing some potential with the training center, but nothing yet.
Is there a timeline for the training center? Is that faster than the
So the lease has been signed. We are going to move our headquarters over there immediately, and then once an award happens, we will start the remodel to create the training center in parallel with the building.
Thank you.
That training center location is just right across from the rock, right?
Yes, southeast corner, 37th.
Thank you. Appreciate it.